So we just spent our time learning about the earth and its different layers, and we know that the earth has 3 layers inside of it, and they each serve a different purpose. So I'm going to show you guys a real quick science experiment that you guys can do to create your own earth at home and to be able to see the layers inside. So real quick, let me show you the earth. And we know, again, that there are the layers inside, right? We have our inner core, our outer core, which is considered one together, mantle, and crust. We have 3 main layers: core, mantle, and crust. So what I did was I created a earth out of Play-Doh. See? So what I used, I had a marble that I put in the center to represent the core. If you don't have a marble, you could roll a tiny little piece of paper or use a little ball, something that you have. And then I rolled the ball in blue Play-Doh to create my first layer, which was the outer core. Then I also had green Play-Doh that I used for the crust. And then I also had dirt that I put on the inner layer so you could see it a little bit different with the color. Now, you don't have to use dirt. If you have other different colored Play-Dohs, you could use that too to represent it. So you can use these at home very easily if you have some type of a Play-Doh mixture and something that you could put in center to make it into a core. So here's mine that I created. Okay. I took the marble, I wrapped the blue Play-Doh around it and put the dirt on it to show the inside, and then I used the outside green and blue to create the land and the water on the crust part of the earth. Now I'm going to flip it over. So what I did was, after I created it, I took a knife and I cut out a layer of the earth, kind of like how they did on here, so you could see inside of it. And then what you do is, now you can see all the different layers. So in here, I see my marble. That is my inner core. We talked about the inner core. Remember, it's shaped like a ball. It's made of iron. It's hotter than the outer core. It cannot melt, and it also keeps the earth magnetized with gravity. So that is what helps us to be able to stay onto earth. And so earth doesn't go away in the atmosphere as well. Then I have my next layer right here with the dirt and the blue, which is going to represent the outer core that we talked about. Remember, the outer core is made mostly of metals like nickel and iron. It's very, very hot, almost up to 9,000 degrees Fahrenheit, and it surrounds that inner core that's in there. That's our marble. Then we have our next layer that I used a brighter green for. You could use a different color. That is going to be the mantle. Okay. Beneath the crust, which is this part, is the mantle, like we talked about. It's gooey, it has hot layers, it's partially melted rock, it blends together, it flows together, it's always moving. And the mantle inside, the hot part, as it moves, that's what changes the outside layer of our earth, which is the crust. So here's our crust, the whole outside, right? And you can also tell a difference too. I made it a little bit darker with the dirt so you can see the difference between the mantle and the crust. So here's my crust. We know that earth on the outside is covered in land and water because that's what we see on a daily basis. And we know that the earth is the part of the earth that all life forms live on. So this is the part that we live on the outside. So this is just a cute little science experiment that you can do to create your own earth if you would like, and then be able to see the different layers of the earth inside. So again, we have the marble represents our inner core. This blue with the dirt represents our outer core. The light green here represents our mantle. And then everything on the outside is the crust where we live. So again, you can use any type of Play-Doh that you want. So maybe you could see your layers a little bit different. If you wanted to go similar to that and do like yellow and orange and red, you could do that if you'd like to. So hope you guys enjoyed my little science experiment for the day. Feel free to try to create one of these at home on your own. And then if you would like, you could post a video of how you created it, or you could post a picture of your final product. And then all I would do is put my earth back together again. And now we are one big whole piece. Thanks, guys.